Have you ever felt like no matter who you meet, they just don't meet your standards? You try to give them a chance, you try to be open-minded, you even try to convince yourself that maybe it will work this time. But deep down something still feels off. And you start asking yourself quietly, am I expecting too much? Or is something actually wrong with everyone I meet? Because here's how it usually goes: you meet someone. They're attractive. They're kind. They seem interested. They check a few boxes. At first, everything feels possible. But as time goes on, you start to notice the gaps. They don't communicate the way you need. They don't understand your emotional depth. They don't share your values. Or they are not intentional about the relationship. And suddenly, what started as potential starts feeling like pressure. So you pull back. You try again. Same pattern. Different person. And now it starts to feel frustrating. Because deep inside, you're thinking, why is it so hard to find the right person? Why does nobody just feel right? Am I too difficult to love? But here is something you need to understand clearly: it's not always that your standards are too high. Sometimes your clarity has increased. You've been through things. You've learned lessons. You've seen red flags you used to ignore. You've experienced connections that looked right but ended wrong. So now, you are no longer confused by potential. You are more aware, more intentional, more selective. And that can feel like no one is good enough anymore. But in reality, you're just no longer settling for what drains you. But here is where wisdom is needed, because there are two different things: healthy standards and unrealistic expectations. Healthy standards say, I want someone who is emotionally mature. I want someone who communicates well. I want someone aligned with my values and direction. But unrealistic expectations say, I want someone perfect. I want someone who never makes mistakes. I want someone who always gets everything right without effort. And the truth is simple, but uncomfortable. No human being can meet perfection. So when expectations become unrealistic, even good people will always feel wrong. Even genuine connections will feel incomplete. And you will keep restarting the same cycle. So maybe the issue is not that love is unavailable, maybe the issue is that your definition of right is too narrow. Because if perfection is your requirement, you will stay disappointed. But if growth is your requirement, you will start noticing something different. You will begin to see effort, consistency, willingness, emotional responsibility, and genuine care. And those things are actually what make relationships work. The Bible says in Proverbs 4:23, guard your heart with all diligence. That means protect your heart from the wrong people, but it also means don't shut your heart off from real love. Because sometimes fear disguises itself as high standards. And without even realizing it, you stop allowing room for real connection. Here is the truth about the right person. They will not be perfect. They will have flaws. They will have weaknesses. They will have moments they get things wrong. But they will also have something deeper. They will be willing to learn you, willing to grow with you, willing to communicate, willing to try again when things get hard. And that willingness matters more than perfection. So don't lower your standards out of fear of being alone, and don't raise them so high that no real human being can reach them. Because love is not about finding someone flawless. It is about finding someone right for your values, ready for growth, and aligned with your direction in life. And sometimes that takes time. But time is not your enemy. Time is refining what you will eventually appreciate. So if you've been feeling like no one meets your standards, maybe the real question is not, why is nobody enough? But instead, What kind of love am I truly prepared to receive? If this spoke to you, subscribe to Believer's Digest, where we grow in wisdom and become better in love and life.